Mike Smith, from Chairman of WISPS, the Wireless Internet Service Providers Association of New Zealand. Yeah, but we'll go back. So I just really want to talk from our perspective, obviously, on what's going on and the positive stuff out of it, actually, which is really important. WISPs or regional operators have been sort of like encouraged, and as part of this this opportunity to stream sport for the first time on a live, the live stage, to upgrade the networks to support that. And there's a massive amount of upgrade going on. So obviously we've got RBI2, and Graham talked about 17 contracted WISPs who are working fast and furious to get as much upgrades done before the Rugby World Cup and provide as much service to those end users, those customers out there who want speed and they want to be able to stream their Rugby World Cup. So there's a lot of that going on, and that's obviously a greater good, because it sets up a platform for the future. So everything from backhaul to access, that money's been spent right now. So WISPs, alongside the rest of the industry, are spending and developing and investing and doing a whole lot to really grow this thing ready for this event, but not just this event, what comes after. One of the things that WISPS itself as an organisation very much about is collaboration amongst its members, and that's something that started to come out of this process with a need for capacity, access to the content. For small and larger WISP networks, a lot of collaboration starting to happen. So that means things like peering, transit, and fibre backhaul, so that each of our individual businesses in the regions can actually deliver the services we need to. And Rugby World Cup and future sports, or what's coming now, can actually be streamed well on our networks. Again, kind of like new deployments of both of sites and network infrastructure. There's so much happening. And this is growing coverage. And again, going back to Graham's talk, the RBI2 programs allowed us to do this, and a lot of those WISPs are growing much larger networks. More rural New Zealanders can connect, more homes. It's an exciting opportunity. And the other thing, positive customer engagement. That's the other thing out of this is, and I think it's kind of been mentioned already, is customers are now aware. People are now aware. We talked at our table earlier on about what does it take to get these people. We've got the connectivity out there. What does it take to get people across the line so they start using it? And that's education. Well, we're starting to see that Rugby World Cup is driving that, because people want to be connected. They want to see the sport. They want to be able to access it. And so what that's affecting, obviously, from a positive for our businesses, we're seeing growth in our businesses, but more and more people are coming on, and we're seeing that across the board, not just on our wireless networks, but on other services we sell. And I'm sure that's across the industry, as people want better, faster, more reliable internet. So outcomes, obviously that's the end goal. We want to be able to achieve this at Rugby World Cup and beyond, and that's one of the great things of all this investment, all this development, and this opportunity to really change the landscape with streaming TV, live streaming TV. It's bringing greater speeds, it's bringing that reliability of service, and rural communities are no longer missing out. The digital divide is being closed, and people are getting opportunity to get that connectivity that was once only for urban or semi-rural. So that's an exciting thing. We're seeing more of that, and connectivity rates and speeds are going up across the country from a variety of programs. A lot of the WISPs are already developing or have already started reselling streaming ready plans, uncapped, just to cope with the sheer amount of gigabits that are going to go for our networks when this all happens. And again, it's not just about Rugby World Cup. Rugby World Cup's kind of like the start of this, and it's a major event, but it's the start of this, and networks are getting ready. So WISPs, just like the rest of the players in the industry, are preparing that, and we want to have our customers having the best value. So that's one of the things that's coming out of this as well, is streaming ready plans, uncapped data. More and more WISPs are offering that as an offer, and we can do that in a controlled environment. One of the beauties of the WISP type fixed wireless network is we have some control. We're not connecting mobile users. We're just connecting a set number of clients to our sites, which is great. It means we can control things and we can manage bandwidth, which is an exciting thing, because clients can get actually what they're paying for. So that's a good thing. The other thing that's happening a lot, and we're just recently a bit of a chatter amongst the community, is actually deploying into community halls, sports clubs, so that people who may not have fast broadband or may not have access to that can get along to the local sports club. And a lot of WISPs already, Primo Wireless have been doing that for some time, and a number of other WISPs who are represented in this room have been doing that, getting their equipment, getting connections into the local community hall, sports clubs, so that people can view the Rugby World Cup games. They can come together. It's a good community thing. It's good to get people together, and that's something that we're all trying to do. And there's probably a bit more pressure on to get it done in more places, because not everyone has access. Not everyone can afford it. So allowing people to be able to come together and see this and enjoy it is part of the process, and it's a good thing for us to be doing in our communities. The other thing, and probably the final thing, is that rural broadband is now once again a talking point. It kind of, it's in waves. Sometimes everyone's talking about it, sometimes they're not. Right now, it's a big talking point because people are worried they're not going to be able to connect. And from a WISP perspective, I can wholeheartedly say that, hand on heart, say that our WISP community are working darn hard to deliver it for our customers. And we're really excited about the opportunity this brings. So with that, that's me. Thank you.